Last week, I made a potentially controversial decision for my Twitch stream, and I wanted to let you know the thinking process behind it. Essentially, it comes down to the fact that I intend to go from like family-friendly channel to a family-friendly PG-13 rated channel. Now, let me give you a little bit of background on that. Most of you guys know that the whole mission of this channel is to build an open, encouraging, and meaningful online family through gaming, real talk, and God's truth. That is the tagline, that's the mission, that's what I believe God has called me to do in this channel. So much so that I've actually dedicated my life to this ministry full time, completely trusting that God is going to raise up supporters within the Christian community to catch my vision and support me. I do this full time. By the way, if you are curious about that, I've got a video on my YouTube channel explaining the whole thing, so you can go check that out. It'd be cool if you did. The Christian Ninja channel, the whole purpose, the whole reason for being, the reason I'm on Twitch, the reason it's my only focus, and that I spend so many hours working on this, is to build a community. It's that simple. I'm here to build a community. In other words, there are a lot of people on Twitch that need a loving presence in their life, and a group of like-minded people that will be their friends, their online family. So many people on Twitch are lonely. Now, whether it's because they're suffering with a physical or a mental illness, they've been hurt or abused, they're incredibly introverted, or they have social anxiety disorder, or they just feel so different from others that they actually struggle to make friends. And my goal, my hope here is to make content that will be meaningful enough, interesting enough, even entertaining enough that these folks will invite me into their homes through the live stream so I can get to know them, show them love, introduce them to a loving community, and then introduce them to Jesus. Part of the reason that I do this is not only because I believe God called me to, but because I know what it's like to be in that place. I know what it's like to be abused, ostracized, and alone. I know what it's like to try to connect with people only to have them turn their back on me and then smack me down so hard that it made it almost impossible for me to trust people again. I know what it's like to try to escape into a fantasy world, to use entertainment to distract me from my pain, even sink into suicidal depression. I know what that's like. And this is after I became a Christian. This is actually after I became a pastor. And I know what it's like to have someone come into my world, see how beat up I am, and to treat me gently and be kind to me, to take time to build my trust, to gradually pull me back from the brink and connect me not only back to people, but to God as well. So I think I have this unique perspective that not many people have because I've been through a lot, and I want this channel to be the kind of place where I can help bring healing to others. That's why I say I'm trying to build an online family. I want the people who watch my channel to go from strangers who are just there to watch me game to be my brothers and sisters who love each other and love me, and I love them like a family. What's interesting about this group is that because almost all of my connections are within the church or within Christian circles, and because I've been working so hard to build a support system among the churches, more than half the people in my channel, most of my Discord, the greater portion of my subscribers are Christians. Now, personally, I see this as a great source of strength for my channel because it means that when a hurting or lonely person comes across my channel and joins the community, they're immediately introduced to a bunch of people that not only represent God well, but can also talk about gaming and D&D and nerd culture with this person. And since they really get what I'm trying to do, they shower that person with love and support and kindness and generosity. I've seen it time and time again, and I'm really proud of the people in my Twitch community, especially the believers who are so active. Here's the thing about my channel. Even though I'm a Christian, I don't see this as a quote-unquote Christian channel. To me, a Christian Twitch channel is a channel trying to gather Christian gamers and streamers together to hang out as believers with a common interest, and that's awesome, but that's not the mission of my channel. My main goal is to connect with the lost and lonely and hurting people who don't really have an offline community, especially not a church. I want to be their friend, their encourager, and bridge them to a loving, safe, and positive online community, an online family that gives them the space to explore not only their interest in video games, not only chat about nerd culture, but to use these topics as a bridge to explore their spiritual side too, and eventually, hopefully, to gain enough trust to share the gospel with them. Now, to be sure, I wear my Christianity on my sleeve. Being a Christian isn't something I do, it's who I am. My relationship with Jesus affects every aspect of my being. So I want this channel to be as glorifying to him as possible. That's why every stream is dedicated to him and begins with reading his word. In other words, I'm not a Christian Twitch channel. I'm a Christian with a Twitch channel. And that may sound like I'm splitting hairs, but to me it's an important distinction. In the mission statement, I say that the method that I want to do this by is through gaming, real talk, and God's truth. Now, I think I've done an okay job in the last two, but And here's the potentially controversial part. I think that to be really effective in reaching the people that I'm trying to reach, I need to stop limiting my gaming to only E-rated or even T-rated games. So many, if not most of the popular games are M-rated, and those are the ones that many of the people I'm trying to reach are the most interested in. And so in order to reach them, I need to go where they are, and that means playing some M-rated games. I'm still going to shoot for family-friendly most of the time. I'm leaving the language filter on the chat, and I personally never swear, I never curse, so that's not going to change. And I'm never going to play sexually explicit or purposefully profane or grotesquely violent or games full of F-bombs. I don't like those games. It's not me. But from this point on, I'm not going to be as strict about avoiding M-rated titles and a little bit of language. For example, there's this game called Batman, the Telltale series, which is all about the more brutal side of the Batman story. And I believe that it would not only be a popular game to play, but would allow for some interesting conversations to be had. But it's rated M. Not for sexuality, but because it has some blood, it has some language, and I want to play it. And a while back, somebody on my Discord sent a video that was very meaningful to her. Her favorite video on YouTube that she returns to often. It's an artistic, poetic exploration of spiritual topics, and she wants to share it with me and everyone else, but because it had a couple swear words in it, I said I wouldn't play it. That has bugged me for so long. It's important to her. She wants to share it with her online family, but I won't share it because it's got a little bit of language. To me, wouldn't it be better to share it and then discuss it? I can't do that if I'm going to stay G-rated and family-friendly all the time. But I can if I decide to go PG-13. This decision could be controversial to some believers. I might even get some questions about it. I might even cost me some supporters. But I honestly believe that this is the right thing to do to share more love, more support, and connect with more people. So if you do have any questions about it, I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for taking the time to listen, and thank you for all the love and support you've already given me.